Hello everyone, welcome to Microsoft PowerPoint 2016 Create Animated Slide tutorial. In this video tutorial, we are step by step going to learn how we can create an animated slide in Microsoft PowerPoint 2016. And as you can see over here, we have two different placeholders for adding title and subtitle. But in this situation, we don't want any placeholder, so we need to delete them. And how we can delete them? We just need to select these placeholders using our mouse button, and then we can hit delete from the keyboard, and these placeholders will be deleted from here. And as you can see, the placeholders are gone from here. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to change the background of this slide. But before we do that, we are going to add a color palette over here. So how we can do that? To do that, we just need to click on insert, and then we can hit pictures in images group, and then insert picture dialog box will pop up, and let's say we want to use this color. So we can click on here, and then we can click on insert, and we got this color palette over here. And since we don't want any design ideas, so we can close it. Now we need to decrease its size like this, and then we can place it over here. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to right click on the blank area, and then we are going to click on format background, and then a format background window will pop up. Now here we can use different types of fill like solid fill, gradient fill, picture or texture fill, pattern fill, or we can hide background. But in this situation, we want to use solid fill, so we are going to select this one. Now we are going to change the color, so we need to click on here, and then from the drop down we can choose eyedropper. Now we can select a color from here. As you can see, we got this color over here. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add a rectangular shape over here. So we can do that in two ways. Either we can go to our insert tab, which is here, or we can use this drawing group. But in this situation, we are going to go to our insert tab, then under illustrations group, we are going to click on shapes. And let's say we want to use a rounded rectangle. So we can click on here, and then we can drag it over here, just like this. And we are going to at least overlap up to here. Okay, perfect. Then what we are going to do is we are going to decrease its roundness because this rectangle is too round. So to do that, we need to click on here, and then we can drag it like this and decrease its roundness like this. Okay, perfect. Then the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go to our format tab, then under shape styles group, we can change its color, especially background color. And to do that, we just need to click on shape fill drop down, and from here we can choose color. This time again we are going to use eyedropper, and we are going to choose this color, and you can see we got a wonderful color. Now you can see a blue outline over here, but we don't want this outline here, so we need to remove it. And how we can remove it? Again we need to go to our format tab, then under shape styles group we can click on here shape outline, and then we can click on no outline since we don't want any outline. Okay, after that we are again going to our insert tab, and then under illustrations group we are going to click on shapes. Then we are going to choose, let's say, this one, and we are going to draw this shape over here. But first of all, let's zoom it out a little bit. Okay, now it is perfect, I think. Now we are going to draw this shape over here, and I think this one looks perfect. And again we are going to change its color, so we need to repeat the same process. We just need to go to our shape styles group, and then we need to click on shape fill, and we can choose this color. We don't want any outline, so we need to click on shape outline under shape styles group, and we can choose no outline. Now we need to place this half circle over here. So just click and drag it like this and place it in the center. Okay. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add some text over here or some numbers over here. Let's move it a little bit. Okay, now perfect. Now we need to go to our insert tab, then under text group we can click on text box, since we want to draw a text box over here. So just draw the text box over here and then move it a little bit, and let's say we want to put here a number 1. So we can type in here 1. We can change its alignment, so we just need to select it and then we can click on center alignment under paragraph group in home tab. Okay, and let's say we also want to increase its size, so we can just increase size from here, and let's say we want to make it let's say 32, and we also want to make it bold, so we can click on here, and let's say we also want to change font, so we can click on Arial, and I think it is looking perfect, and it should be placed in the center. Now it is perfect. Now we need to do one thing, and that is we need to group these two together, this shape and this text. Okay, so just hold down Ctrl key and hit on the first shape, then on the second shape like this, and then we can hit Ctrl G to group them together, and now they are grouped. Okay, now we need to change the color of this, so we just need to select it and then we can go to our shape color. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to select this shape and this shape. So hold down Ctrl key and select this shape and this shape together, and then we can hold down Ctrl and Shift and drag it like this. Okay, and place it over here. Perfect. Then what we need to do is we need to change the background color, and we are going to do that by clicking on solid fill under format shape, and then we are going to click on color, and let's say we want to use this color, or we can choose eyedropper and we can select this color from here, and you can see we got this. Okay, similarly we can again hold down Ctrl and Shift together and we can drag it like this. Perfect. Then we can change the background, so we are again going to our format shape, then solid fill, and then we are going to click on this option, and then we can choose eyedropper and we can select a color from here. Okay, so now that we have defined this color over here, we are going to change these numbers. Let's say we want here 2, let's say we want over here 2, so we can type in 2, and let's say we want over here 3, so we can type in here 3, and I think we need to place it a little bit, so let's adjust it, this one also a little bit. Okay, perfect. So now that we have created these 3 rectangular boxes, especially rounded rectangular boxes, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to place them properly, especially these smaller shapes that we have over here. And to do that, we just need to click on here and then we can drag it like this. Okay, over here. Let's say this is perfect. I think this one is perfect. Similarly, we can place this over here, and I think it is looking perfect, so leave it. Okay, so now that we have grouped this shape and this shape together, similarly this shape and this shape together, and similarly this shape and this shape together, now what we need to do is we need to change the background color, and we are going to do that. So we just need to select this text, and then we can go to our format tab, then here we can change the color of this text or number. So we need to go to our word styles group, and then we need to click on text fill, and then we can choose, let's say, this color. Okay, then we can come over here, select this number 2, and again we can go to our word art styles group, and then we can choose, let's say, this color. I think we need to, okay, this is perfect. Then we can come over here and we can select this one. Then we can go to our word art styles group and we can click on here and we can select, let's say, this one. Okay, so the number has same background as this one, and that creates a transparent effect. Now the next thing that we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to close this format background because we don't need it, and then we are going to our design tab. Then now the next thing that we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to close this format background. So just hit on close, and then we are going to go to our format tab. So first of all, we need to select a shape, and let's say we are going to select this one, and then we can go to our format tab, which is a contextual tab, and then under shape styles group we can click on this quick launch button, and then a format shape dialog box will pop up. Now here, let's say we want to add some shadow effect, so we just need to click on here. Okay, now we need to click on shadow and we can define some presets. So we can click on here and we can choose, let's say, this one looks perfect, so we can choose this one, or we can choose this one, and I think this one is looking perfect, so we can choose this one. Just click on it, and then we can do some other changes, like we can change the transparency, and the transparency that we want is, I think, perfect, so we don't need to change it. But if we want to adjust it, we can keep it 52%. We can also adjust size, and this is 100%, so we don't need to change it. I think it is perfect. And then we can also change blur, and let's say we want to blur it almost 18 point, so we can type in here 18 point. Okay, and we don't have to change angle. Distance we want to make is, let's say, 7.5 point, so we can type in here 7.5 point. Hit enter. Alright, so now that we have made our changes, so we can close it, and let's see, and you can see we got a wonderful effect over here on the background of this shape. Similar thing we are going to add over here, and we are going to just select this shape, and then we are going to go to our format tab. Then we are going to click on this quick launch button. Again, we need to select this effects, and we can define our presets, and let's say we want to use this one. So this we can keep it 52%. Then size is 100%. We don't need to change it, and let's say we want to blur it 18 point, so we can type in here 18. We don't need to change angle, it is perfect. And distance that we want is, let's say, 7.5, so we can type in here 7.5. Similarly, we can select this one, and this time again we need to repeat the same process. We are going to define preset, and we want I think this preset. Then transparency is going to 52%. We don't need to make any changes to this. Size again is going to be 100%. Blur is going to be 18 point, so we can type in here 18 point. We don't need to change angle, and distance again is going to be 7.5. Hit enter. Okay, now let's see how it is going to look like. So we can close this format shape, and you can see it is giving it a wonderful shadow effect, and it is looking perfect. After doing this, means adding this shadow effect, we are going to select all these three shapes, and to do that we just need to hit Ctrl and A key combination together, and all these shapes will be selected. I think we don't need this one, so we can first of all select this and we can delete it. Then we can hit Ctrl and A, and this will select all these three shapes. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to move all these shapes towards the left hand side, so we can drag it like this. Okay, I think this is going to be perfect. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to select only this shape, and then we are going to drag it over here like this. Okay, and we are going to add some content over here. And let's say we want to add some text, or we can add charts or anything we want to insert. But this time we are going to insert some text. So we are going to select a text box, and then we are going to draw that text box over here. So again we need to go to our insert tab, then under text group we can select either text box or we can use word art. But let's say this time we want to use word art. So we can click on here, and then we can click on, let's say, over here, and we can type in whatever we want to type. And let's say we want to type in, this is shape first. Okay. Similarly, we can repeat the same for this one. So just select this one. But let's say we want to change the fonts. So we just need to select this. Then we can click on here and we can choose Arial, because I think this one is looking perfect. We also want to change its size. So we need to select all these text. Then we can click on here, and let's say we want to make it 32. So we can type in here 32. Okay. Now we are going to repeat the same process for this one. So we just need to select this shape, and then we can drag it over here. But wait a minute, I think we need to send this on the background. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to select this shape and this text together, and we are going to group them together. So just hold down Ctrl key, click on the first shape, and then click on this text box, and then we can hit Ctrl and G, and then these two shapes will be grouped together. Now what we need to do is we just need to right click on this blank area, and then we can click on this button and we can choose send backward. Okay. Again we need to repeat the same process. Again we need to right click on this blank area, send to back, and then send backward. And now it is perfect. Similarly, this time we are going to select this shape and we are going to drag it over here like this. Okay. And I think this is perfect. Now we are going to add some text over here, and to do that we just need to repeat the same process. We need to go to our format tab, then under word art styles group we can choose, let's say, now we are going to repeat the same process. We are going to add some other text over here, and to do that we just need to go to our insert tab, then under text group we need to choose word art, and this time again we are going to select this one, and we are going to type in our text. Okay. And one thing that we have to make sure is we need to put this text in the center. So we can do that by putting this text over here, and then we can type in here, this is my second shape. Okay, like this. Now what we need to do is we need to repeat the same process. We need to group this text box with this shape. So we can just hold down Ctrl key and click on this, and then we can click on here and select this. Now what we need to do is we just need to hit Ctrl G, or we can go to our format tab, then under arrange group we can click on here and we can choose group, and now this text box and this shape is grouped together. Now what we need to do is we need to send this on the background. So again we need to right click on it, and then we can choose send to back, click on here and choose send backward, and now it is looking perfect. Then we are going to drag this one over here, and we are going to type in some text on this shape, and I think this one is looking perfect. Then what we can do is we can just add another text box or word art over here. So again we need to go to our insert tab, then under text group we can click on word art, and again we are going to choose this one, and we are going to put this in the center, like in this situation. I think this is not in the center now. I think we should put this text over here. Perfect location. Now we are going to change this text, and we are going to type in here, this is my third shape, like this. full stop. Alright, so we have added these text boxes and text on each of these shape. And let's say we want to change font size and font style. So again we need to repeat the same process. We need to select all these text and then we can choose Arial. Like in this case, we are going to select this one and then we are going to choose Arial. From here, we also want to decrease its size and we want to keep it 32. So we can type in here 32 and now it is perfect. Similarly, if we want to make some changes on this one, then we can do that. Then we just need to go to our format tab, then under arrange group, we can click on bring forward and we can click on bring to front. Okay, and we can do the same changes over here. We just need to select the text and then we can choose Arial from here. We can also decrease size to 32. So type in 32 and hit enter. And now it is looking perfect. In the center, let's find where is, I think this one is perfect location. Okay, now we are going to repeat the same process. We are going to send it to back. So right click, then click on here and select send backward. Now let's say we also want to change the color of these text. Then how we can do that? To do that, we just need to select these text and then we can go to our home tab. Then under font group, we can click on here and we can choose any color. And let's say we want this color over here. So we can select this one. Similarly, we can go over here and we can bring it to front and then we can change its color. And we have to repeat the same process. Just select the text, go to home tab, then under font group, click on color. And let's say we want to make it like this. So we can select this color. Similarly, we can send it to back. So we have to just click on here and we can bring this to front. Okay, like this. Let's see, we also want to change its color. So we have to repeat the same process. We can just click on bring to front and then we can change its color. And I think its color is perfect. So we don't need to do that. Just undo it just by hitting Ctrl and Z key combination together. Okay, so now that we have applied color changes and we have adjusted everything perfectly. So now that we have created these rectangular shapes, we have added these numbers, applied different types of color schemes. So our design part is complete. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to add some animations effect on these shapes. And how we can do that? To do that, we just need to hit Ctrl A key combination together and this will select all these shapes. Now you can see all these shapes are selected. So we can drag these shapes towards the left hand side. So just click and drag it like this. Okay. We can also zoom out a little bit so that you can see it properly. So move it a little bit towards the left hand side. Then what we are going to do is we are going to select our first shape that you see over here, which has been numbered as 1. After selecting this shape, we need to go to our animations tab. Then under animation group, we can see different types of animation effects. But let's say we don't want to use these ones. We want to use motion paths. So we need to click on this more button and we can see some more options over here. And these are categorized as entrance, emphasis, exit and motion paths. And let's say we want to use this lines. So we need to click on it and you can see it is sliding towards the bottom side, but we don't want to slide it towards the bottom side. Instead, we want to put towards the right hand side. So we just need to go to our effect options and we can choose right. So click on this and you can see how it is sliding. And then let's say we also want to define its path. So we just need to click on here and then we can drag it like this. Okay. I think we missed something. Ctrl Z. We just need to click on this red dot and then we can drag it like this. I think we need to put it over here. Perfect. And now let's say we want to see how it is going to work out. so we need to click on animation pane under advanced animation in animations tab. So click on it and you will get an animation pane over here. Now we need to see how it is going to look like. So we can just click on play from and you can see how it is going to look like. And I think we need to put it a little bit towards the top side. So we can do that just by selecting this shape. So put it a little bit on the top. I think this is perfect. We don't need to do that. Then we are going to repeat the same process for the second shape. We just need to click on the second shape and then we can go to our animations tab. Then we need to click on more and again we can choose lines. Okay. Now we don't want to slide it towards the downside. So we need to choose from effect options right. Okay. Now we can define its path and to do that we just need to click on here over here and now we need to select this dot and then we can drag it like this. And we can place it over here. Perfect. And let's see how it is going to play. So we need to click on play from. Okay, I don't think it is perfect. So we need to move it a little bit towards the left hand side like this. And then we will do adjustments. Alright, again click on play from. Okay. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to select our third slide. So we just need to click on it and then we can just go to our animations tab and we can choose this lines path. Then we can go to our effect options and we can choose right. Okay. And I think we selected these two shapes. So we need to undo it. Just hit Ctrl and Z and again Ctrl Z. Okay. Just click on it and then go to animations tab again and choose lines from motion paths. And then go to effect options and select right since we want to move it towards the right side. Now we need to define its motion path. So just click on it and then we can drag it like this and we can place it over here. Now let's say we want to move all these slides or these shapes not on mouse click, instead with previous or after previous. In fact, after previous will be better. So we can select this and then we can select after previous. Similarly, we can select this one and we can select after previous and we can select this one and we can choose after previous. Okay. Now let's see how they are going to look like. So we need to just hit play all. Again play all. I think there is a problem in motion path, so we need to fix that. So now that we have defined the motion path for each of these rectangular pieces, so we can see now how they are going to look like together. So what we need to do is we just need to click on this play all button in animation pane. So click on it and you can see it is looking wonderful. Okay, so this is how we can see it. Now let's say we also want to add something on the background. So how we can do that? We have to repeat the same process. We need to go to our insert tab, then we need to go to our text group and then we can click on either word art or text box. But let's say this time we want to insert a text box. So we can click on here and then we can draw our text box over here. Okay. And let's say we want to type in here, create animated slide like this. Now what we need to do is we need to change font and font size. Then what we need to do is we need to select all these text and then we can click on here and select font. And let's say we want to use Arial. So we can make it Arial. And let's say we want its size to be 32. So we can choose 32. Okay. Now the next thing that we want to do is we also want to make this text bold. So we can select bold from here, and let's say we want its color to be white. So we can choose white color from here, and that is this one. Okay. Now we need to reposition it. So we can just resize it, and then we can reposition it like this. Then we are going to add another text box. So we can either go to our insert tab, or we can just select this text box from here, and then we can draw it like this. And this time we are going to type in simple. Then we are going to increase its font size and also changing its font size. So we can select this text like this, and then we can change font from here. Arial font size, let's say 22. So we can type in here 22, hit enter, and now it is perfect. Let's say we also want to change its font color. So we need to repeat the same process. Select text and then click on here and choose font. Again white. Now we are going to create 3 copies of it. So this is going to be first copy, then Ctrl D, which is second copy, then Ctrl D again, and this is third copy. Again select this one and we can place it here. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to change some font over here, and we are going to do exactly same. So let's replace it. Select this one, place it over here, then select this one and place it over here. Now we are going to change text, and here we are going to type in quick, and then here we are going to type in easy like this. Okay. So now that we have arranged this, now let's see it in full screen how our PowerPoint slide is going to look like. And actually there are 3 ways to do that. We can either go to our quick access toolbar, and then we can click on this button and it will start showing our slide. Or we can go to our taskbar, which is here, and then we can click on this button and it will also do the same work. Or we can just hit this button F5 and it will also show the slideshow. Or we can just go to slideshow tab and then we can choose from beginning. Now you may be thinking that these texts are not arranged properly. So yes, we need to arrange them, and we are going to just paste these text over here. So just group them together. Hold down Ctrl key, select this one and this one. Press Ctrl G and group them together. Now what we need to do is we need to stick these text over here. So how we can fix this problem? First of all, we need to select this box that is here, right click on it, and then we can choose send to back. Click on send to back, and now let's see if it is going to work or not. So we need to repeat the same process. We can just hit this button and it will start our slideshow. And you can see this time our text are behind these 3 shapes that we inserted, and this slide is looking wonderful. So this is how you can add as many number of shapes as you want. You can do so many changes. You can add images, you can add charts or pie chart, line chart, or any type of data that you want to insert on these shapes. So this tutorial concludes here. I hope it was helpful and informative for you. Thanks for watching.